Can I pull my phone out? Congress, 90% white. Governors, 96% white. Top military advisors, 100% white. President and vice president, 100% white. President's cabinet, 91% white. People who decide which TV shows we see, 93% white. People decide which books we read, 90% white. People decide which news is covered, 85% white. People decide which music is produced, 95% white. Teachers, 83% white. Full-time college professors, 84% white. Owners of men's pro football teams, 97% white. So there's a need to identify. There's a need to highlight. There's a need to kind of have us focus on this initiative right now.
What it is about is opening the opportunities to a more diverse crowd. Not necessarily hiring more, but opening the opportunities to more. It makes me think that it'll never be equal.
Well, why isn't it hiring more, right? The reason, one of the driving reasons behind diversity is because you get diverse thought, you get diverse thinking. That way you have
Diversity and inclusion.
Right. So if you're hiring more diverse people, then you're going to get more diverse thought. You're going to get more diverse opportunities. You're going to, more strategic thinking not necessarily something that's pigeonholed by somebody who has been in this position or doing this thing for the same time, for the same amount of years. Ultimately, the point is that you want to open up and be more diverse. So hire more diverse people. It is not just about having the opportunity for them. You actually have to hire them. You have to have their opinion at the table so that you can have diverse results.
Yeah, but I think the idea behind it is if the candidates are being presented and they're quality candidates, they'll get hired. But I just want to say, because someone is diverse, you definitely should hire them. That's not that. I can't be on board with that, because fair is fair, right? And maybe I'm at fault for trying to be fair in a situation, an environment that's not fair. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, present the quality candidates, and I'm putting the onus on these decision makers to do the right thing. That could be my fault. It could be ignorant. It could be misguided. But that is what I hope would happen with us consistently putting in the right diverse candidates in front of people.
So how do you feel about those badges that businesses get, like, hey, I'm a minority business, or hey, I'm a business run by a woman or founded by a woman, to ensure that you're seen for a select percentage of government, you call contracts and things like that. Should those things exist?
Absolutely, they have to exist, because right now the market for whatever position, it could be in construction, it's strictly or predominantly white. So if we're saying, because we recognize, whoever it is, that there is a problem, and we are now saying we're going to dedicate this amount of funds to hopefully end up fixing this problem, we have to identify who we can give this money to. So be a minority business owner or a woman business owner and be labeled as such, and then get the opportunity so that we can get closer to that level playing field.
I think that's the key, is you're trying to fix the problem. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be something that's going on for hundreds of years into the future. At some point, if we're trying to fix the problem, then it's going to get fixed, right? If we're actually trying to fix it. At some point, we don't need to point out that it's a minority-owned business. It will just get frequented. We don't need to point out that it's a construction firm owned by a woman.
Yeah.
The government contract will be awarded to that woman-owned business because she put in the best offer.
We absolutely do need the recognition, because there are people who are looking to work for predominantly black-owned or predominantly women-owned.
What do you mean?
Employment. People I want to work for a company that's owned by women.
Gotcha.
I want to work for a company that's black-owned. There are people who are looking to get involved in that, and people
What's
who are looking to sponsor.
What's the motivation behind a decision like that?
I mean, it's if you've been in a space where you've been working in a predominantly white environment, you probably just want to break. You want to change. And if you give me a chance, can I pull my phone out? Congress, 90% white. Governors, 96% white. Top military advisors, 100% white. President and vice president, 100% white. President's cabinet, 91% white. People who decide which TV shows we see, 93% white. People decide which books we read, 90% white. People decide which news is covered, 85% white. People decide which music is produced, 95% white. Teachers, 83% white. Full-time college professors, 84% white. Owners of men's pro football teams, 97% white. So there's a need to identify. There's a need to highlight. There's a need to kind of have us focus on this initiative right now. It's not just arbitrary talking and people just asking for a shot for the sake of a shot. Like there generally is a disparity that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I could cry.
It is unfortunate when you hear the numbers.
And it goes on, but I just capped it.
It's because you just feel like in your lifetime it won't change.
What needs to happen first and foremost is the recognition from the majority that there is an issue. Because if you ask people right now, we're just complaining. Like, we're just talking for the sake of talking. Like, this is just us, minorities, complaining as is,
Right.
which is why we currently have our current president, right? Because we've been complaining and they're being pushed out. If there's no recognition that there's a disparity, we'll never have change because no one's going to advocate for it because they're not seeing this as a problem.
So as a whole, we're still blind to the handicap?
We aren't blind,
No, well, I mean,
but yeah,
The-
absolutely.
average 95% of people that are running industries that we
course.
all are affected by.
It's either blind or indifferent.
I wonder do they just not feel the responsibility to do so?
We've come, quote unquote, far. You know, there's been a lot of change. You see Black people more frequently in more different industries. So, to them, there's diversity. They don't understand that we have so much further to go.
How do you expect people to take responsibility for something that they don't see in their own community, right? Now they could say, you know what, these guys are right. There's a problem, but I can still go to work and still live my life the same way I've been living it, and whether or not it changes for Robert Fortune, I'm still going to be the same. So it's kind of, they can see it as it being unfair that I have to do all of this for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because what did you do prior to this to stop me from doing to stop me from being at the point I need to be at, right? Because we didn't pick up and say we don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
We don't want to be in business. We don't want to be in equal footing.
Right.
We'll just stay where we are. Because the fact that we're complaining about it or the fact that we're having it as a topic means that we want to change. We want to change it because it affects us. If it doesn't affect them, then they're not going to want it.